Well, hello, everyone. This is Amber Towngy, and your terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger calling you from the greater Phoenix area. And a huge shout out to Caitlin, who filled in for me last week. I know it's very rare that I get a sub, but being on the top sales director trip and time difference affecting us, I thought, well, this is perfect time. And I know she knocked it out of the park. I'm actually going to get to listen to it today. But there's no doubt in my mind that Caitlin is tracking and finishing her first Cadillac, that this girl is on fire. And so I wanted to give her the opportunity to share her heart and her vision and who she be, and you guys be blessed by her. And there is no doubt in my mind that that is what has happened. And so with that being said, I have to just take you to our Mary Kay world for a second. I know many of you probably followed everything on social media that was happening on our top sales director trip, but what a blessing it is to gather with like-minded people. It's very rare that I care where we're going, except for I do super love Maui. And so, and I say that because it's not always about the destination. Now, the destination is fabulous, is amazing, and I'm never going to take that for granted. But it's about the conversations. It's about the friendships. It's about the new friendships that form that I believe are always God aligned and God ordained. And I remember my first top sales director trip to Rome. I felt like I didn't have a clique. I didn't have friends. I didn't have people at the top. I had people I knew-ish, but I didn't have a lot of top sales director friends on the trip. So everything was new to me. Everybody was new to me. And I remember, I think this is my best tip in making friends. It's actually not mine, but my girlfriend, top sales director Carrie Blank, came up to me in Rome. Right when I had walked in, I'm sitting on the sofa feeling like I've been pulled through a novel because it was an overnight flight. And she goes, I think we should be friends. And I was like, okay, who are you? And from then, that was, 10 years ago, a friendship was formed. So when in Rome or when you travel, excuse me, decide that you're going to be the one that makes new friends, because that was a blessing to me. And so, irregardless, there is some fun things that happen at the top sales director trip meeting that we're not allowed to share, things that we got to take home that we're not allowed to share, and things upcoming that we're not allowed to share. And, I think I have a high motivation to be promoted, to earn things, to get into the circle, to get into the room where I get to learn things that I can't share yet. And so if that is something that motivates you, I sure hope it does, because I just shared with you, I've got a secret, but I can't share. And I'm going to stay true to what Mary Kay asked us and not sharing. So with that being said, I was on a Zoom. It was one of those things. Yesterday was a re-entry day. We came home Sunday and we flew, and our flight from Hawaii to Phoenix was a direct, and it was only 5.5 hours, but it got in fast because of tailwinds. And so I only slept 4 hours on the airplane, which sounds silly, but it was overnight. And so I came home like The Walking Dead, I felt like. And so I hopped in bed, took a 3-hour rest of a nap, and got up and was just, a little bit tired, I guess I'd say. And so, Sunday was we're going to unpack and do all those fun things that aren't fun, but get it done. And then yesterday was re-entry day. And so in my re-entry day, on Sunday night, I saw a thing posted in the Legacy Leaders group, I guess that was the mother-daughter group on a Legacy Leaders Zoom. And so I hopped on it because National Sales Director Emeriti Kathy Hulo was going to be the guest. And now I would have hopped on it anyways if it caught my eye, because I felt like I saw it on purpose. And so I hopped on it at 9:30 in the morning after my workout, and I was blessed beyond words. Now, many of you were raised up around Kathy Hulo, or maybe even in her seminar. I was not. And so although she's a part of our mother-daughter crew at one point, Jordan being that she used to be one of our $1 Million Messengers for a season, I just wasn't raised in her in her circle. And so I wasn't in her seminar, wasn't in the same leaderships. And so I wasn't, privy to her training. And so as I sat there and listened, I was so reminded of the importance of loving what you do and being so very grateful that it can take you from where you don't want to be to where you want to be. Kathy's history in Mary Kay, but even before Mary Kay, coming from an abusive home as a child and then being anorexic and then moving on to her 40-year marriage dissolving from an affair that he had and embezzled much money. And so when you think that people at the top have always had a perfect life, it is very rare. And I say that because it's usually the ones that are at the top who have fought through adversity, who have fought through abuse, setbacks, sickness, illness, all kinds of things, but they're unwilling to stay the same. And that's what I heard from Kathy yesterday. She was unwilling to stay the same. And Debbie Moore, being her sales director, she recruited under, National Sales Director Emeriti, and I believe her best friend, was such an influential person in her life. And so I wanted to share a couple of nuggets I got and one training tip from yesterday because I believe it will best bless you. But one of the things that Debbie Moore said to Kathy Hulo right at the very beginning is, and mind you, she didn't understand she was anorexic. She didn't understand she had no confidence and that she just wasn't who we know her as today. She says, "You are a walking winner. You are a walking winner." And so I say that because Debbie was speaking into her the things that weren't as though they were, just like the Bible says. Was Kathy a walking winner yet? Not yet. But guess who lived up to be a walking winner? Because your words absolutely matter. She also talked about not to plant to what you plant in faith, to don't let the enemy dig up in doubt, and that your doubt can dig up your things that you're working on, and to not let that happen. She also talked about putting your Mary Kay pin on and wearing it every single day, and that challenged me because I haven't worn my Mary Kay pin on my clothes in a long time, and I thought, okay, if Kathy Hulo says it opens doors when you don't even think about it, that people will notice it, then I'm going to do it. I'm going to wear my Mary Kay pin every day. I just got out of the habit of it in the moves and the different things. And so I'm going to promote myself today and give myself a brand new Mary Kay pin. And if you don't have a Mary Kay pin, it's really easy to find. They're on section 2, and I believe they're $3.25. They're a really big, whopping $3.25. They might be $3.50. But wear your Mary Kay pen every day. My grandmother, my Gigi as we called her, used to have people wear their Mary Kay pen on upside down because people would move it and adjust it for you, and it gave you an opportunity to talk to them, which is kind of a fun trick too. So another thing she shared is that your visuals and your dreams matter, and that having those things up and having your dreams dusted off the shelf, they absolutely matter, and they make a difference when you're working for them because you will step out of your comfort zone, and in your stepping out of your comfort zone, you can change lives. Another thing she said is that when you're holding 5 appointments a week, you should have no less than 5 new team members a month. And so it challenged me, like, how many team members am I adding every single month on average? Can I up my game? Can I up my appointment game? Can I up my game in general? And then my tip that she shared that, of course, because I have never been trained by her, I thought was pretty brilliant. And some of you guys that were in her presence probably have heard this. But she had a nonstop revolving door of bookings from bookings from bookings. She never really had to go out and lead generate because she got bookings from bookings from bookings, which really should be the way. But this is how she did it. So if they bought a skincare set, back then it was just a basic set, but if they bought a skincare set is what I would implement it into today. Then when they booked their second appointment from that and shared it with 3 friends, 18 years or older, non-Mary Kay users, they got all of their purchases and their follow-up appointment for 50% off. Now that is a simple hostess plan, ladies. Very simple. It doesn't cost you anything and helps you meet new people. And she says, I never ran out of bookings because everybody was buying skincare sets, or when they did buy a skincare set, why wouldn't they want to take advantage of their follow-up appointment, which is a checkup appointment to make sure their skincare is working appropriately, and sharing it with 3 friends. Sometimes we get so complicated with how we think this Mary Kay business needs to work when really KISS, like Mary Kay said, is keep it simple, sweetie. And that was one of the most simple, easiest hostess plans that I've ever heard. And I'm like, where has Kathy been my whole entire life? And so either way, hopefully it blesses you. Some of you guys, like I said, probably have already heard that, but it might be a reminder to keep it simple and to know that we walk in an authority with our words and to make sure that our words are on point with people we talk to, but most importantly, to yourself. So either way, hopefully this is a blessing for you today. This is Amber Towngi and your Terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger signing off. Have an amazing Tuesday.